What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. My name is ELYYT. If you're new, make sure to slap that subscribe button if this video ends up helping you out. This is Trading to Glory episode number 12, our last episode focused on Bundesliga Player of the Month investments. Bundesliga Player of the Month. There was a lot of questions in the last comments section, so I gotta answer those real quick. Is there a Bundesliga Player of the Month? Yes, there's going to be. It's not out yet, but there will be. It'll probably be in like a week and a half from now. We don't know the exact date yet, but we know it's coming because it's the September Player of the Month. It's either going to be Marco Reus, Duda, or possibly Jadon Sancho, but he's kind of a long shot. So one of those two, most likely Duda or Marco Reus. So we went out and we picked up a bunch of investments for that. We picked up these Zealers. We picked up Ibisevic, especially given the fact that he plays for Hertha Berlin, and so does Duda. Then we also picked up a couple of Gondorfs, not that many, and now there's also another inform out whose name is Finn Bogason of Augsburg. He's a striker, so that's another inform from Bundesliga that's out this week. I was kind of hoping there wouldn't be, but I expected there would. I expected there would be an inform from the Bundesliga, but if there wasn't, then that would have been great for our investments. We still got our 9 goal-ins, and then we also picked up a Duda. Guys, here's a quick warning, all right? You might be a little late to this party. Don't go out and buy Duda's card. Unless you're getting a snipe on him, because he's already up to like 3,000 coins for the most part. And I guess there was one for 2K there, which isn't too bad, but it's only been up for 6 minutes. I'm going to price fix this card here soon, so don't be buying him for 7K, because that might be my doing. So we might get into a little bit of price fixing on that card in the next couple days. Obviously, I'm going to do it on stream. I'm going to do it live on the Trading to Glory, so it's not like sketchy or anything. You guys, it's fully transparent and all that stuff. Kind of show you guys if I ever price fix a card, you know exactly how I do it. My intentions behind it and all that good stuff. But we do have a new SBC out, which is called Under the Lights, which gives you a rare Electrum Players Pack, I think. Yeah, so a rare Electrum Players Pack and 500 coins. I don't know why they just threw on those extra 500 coins, but I'll definitely take it. And here is the way I did it. Don't get me wrong, this isn't like the bare cheapest solution. I kind of went with players from my club. Like this defense, like every single player in this defense is from my club. The left mid is from my club, and the center mid is from my club. All those guys are from my club. The only 4 players that weren't from my club were the Porto players. So I was able to pick up, you know, this Suarez for 1,600. And I bought this Hernani for 2,200. That's not like a great deal for these UCL cards. I know I can get them for a little cheaper, but you know I thought I'd just go Porto because there were 2 players from Porto with those UCL cards. But anyway, it's pretty simple to complete it. You know, I only spent like maybe 4,000, 5,000 coins total on the SBC, and we're getting 500 coins back plus this rare Electrum Players Pack, which, while OTWs are on packs, could give us a good card. That could be a good pull. So let's get into this pack and maybe we can get something. You guys have been smashing the like button on this series so far. Nearly every episode has been hitting at least close to 1,000 likes. So on this episode, we're going to go for 900 likes on the video. If we smash 1,000, that'd be great. But the goal is 900, so make sure to hit that like button, especially if we get something decent out of this pack. Or maybe if we don't get anything out of this pack, 1 like equal 1 prayer. Here we go. What do we got? It's a board drop, which is good. It's Uruguay. Could be something big. Is it Godin? Is it Godin? Is it Godin? Ah, dang it. I knew it could have been Jimenez, but I was always optimistic that it was going to be Godin. But I guess an 84 rated Jimenez is not terrible. You know, obviously we're going to be making profit off of this pack, but nonetheless, I was kind of hoping for something a little bit better than that. We also got 6 players that are rare and also silver. And silver rare cards can go for a lot sometimes. We got Peter Crouch here. Obviously, you know, a man of that kind of amazingness in terms of stats, you know, especially with that amazing pace, you know, that's going to go for a lot of coins. So we'll go ahead and list that up on the market for 1,400. Sar, I mean, that card looks decent, so let's see what that goes for, actually. Not much. We'll send it to the club. We'll send that to the transfer list. Everything else will go to the club. We'll deal with that a little bit later. But we're going to go ahead and get into the meat of this video here now. Let's start out with this very simple tip that's going to go a long way with you guys, and it's based off of squad betting challenges, especially around these marquee matchups that just came out. These marquee matchups came out yesterday, guys, and you still got 19 hours remaining, so they were out for 48 hours. You should not do them in the first 12 hours, ever. Never do them within the first 12 hours. If you have cards, like, even if you already have the cards that are required, sell those cards and then buy them back 24 hours later. And especially the ones that are out for like a full week, like the actual marquee matchups, the regular ones, the ones that are out for a full week, do them later in the week unless they're like super cheap throughout the entire week. But if they have like really inflated prices like the UEFA marquee matchups from this one, you definitely don't want to do them immediately. Prices will drop. as for an example, the Liverpool players' cards were well over 8,000 coins. They were pretty much like extinct at one point. You couldn't even freaking get them. You definitely couldn't snipe them. But now, if you guys look at it, they're like half the price they were 24 hours ago. Literally half the price they were. And right now you can get them for like 4,700. They've been up for, quite a few minutes there. And then, you get down to like 4,400 and you got to try to snipe them at that price. But still, nonetheless, I mean, these are way, way cheaper than what they were. And they're probably much easier to snipe as well. Now, I'm not going to say it's easy because it's definitely not easy. But let's go ahead and give one a try. Let's see if we can get a snipe and just see. Honestly, let's see how fast they sell onto the market. And it took a while to search on that one. Kind of laggy. Servers are going kind of slow. But, yeah, still going to be pretty difficult. Maybe near impossible to snipe. But nonetheless, this is a card that you would have sniped yesterday. You would have literally had to snipe these cards yesterday. And now you can get them pretty easily for 4,500. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Always wait it out. Never be impatient because the rewards stay the same, guys. The rewards stay exactly the same. Those UCL cards, those packs, guys, they're still there, guys. It's not like the rewards get worse over time. So they're still there. Definitely wait on doing those SBCs. Next thing I want to talk about is OTWs. We've been talking about those, especially a couple of Trading Glories ago where we focused on OTWs. But I really want to buy one. I really, really want to pick one up. And I've been looking at Fred. They play Newcastle this weekend, and this card, like, I've seen it up near like 80k, at least 72,000 coins normally. Right now he's chilling around 62,000 coins. Obviously I only have 111,000 coins liquidated right now because we've got a lot of other investments, but that would mean that we might be able to pick up one or probably two of these because we could just sell something on the market, including the Jimenez to get a couple thousand coins, including the 9 card, which we still have for about 100k. And I don't really want to hold on to this 9 card too much longer. Like, I'm getting bored with the investment. I want to reinvest in cards that are going to go up even quicker, like this Fred. So right now, Raja 9 still making us big coins. There's no problem with selling it for 127,000 coins. It's only the only issue is just the fact that we could have made more if we sold at the exact right time. And it just hurts given the fact that we just listed him probably an hour late. You guys saw that a couple Trading Glories ago, where we just listed him probably an hour too late, because honestly I was just too busy over the weekend. Saturday and Sunday were just super busy days for me, and that was the time to sell. And I guarantee this, this Thursday and Friday, he's probably going to be back up near 140,000 coins because he's still not in packs. These cards are, he's still not in packs, but I do want to get those dynamic OTW cards because, as I've mentioned before, these live cards, these dynamic cards that can get up in price based off their performances in real life, they rise and drop so much. It's ridiculous. Like, icon trading, in comparison to once to watch trading, it's insane the difference. It's like a completely different sort of trading because these OTWs, you'll pick them up and you'll sell them, and you'll pick them up and you'll sell them every single week, like every 2 days almost. You're going to be buying and you're going to be selling these cards. But for icon trading, those are cards that you pick up, like, honestly, you pick them up on snipes and you try to sell them, but like there's only like 4 or 5 points throughout the year where they're like great investments and they're going to skyrocket in price. They're just a lot more static in their price, and when they rise, it's just real slow, and you don't really expect them to crash in price other than, again, a couple of times a year, and that is not happening right now. It's not going to happen until late November, when Black Friday event comes along. If you guys don't know the Black Friday event, it's the day after Thanksgiving. It's like deals over everywhere essentially. It's like and EA do this thing where they just release a bunch of promotion packs, squad building challenges. They never really discount FIFA points, which is kind of the idea behind Black Friday, but it is EA. What do you expect? But nonetheless, we're going to get into Black Friday probably in a couple of weeks. We don't have to worry about that yet, but I'm just using that as an example for the fact that, icon trading and OTW trading are so different, and kind of hinting towards the fact that I like trading with OTWs a lot more than icons. That's just the truth behind it. The next trading tip I want to talk about in this video is going to be based off of silvers. Now, you guys saw the pack I just opened, right? It had 6 rare golds and 6 rare silvers, which means that those 6 rare silvers that I got and I put onto the market, right? A lot of people are doing that. And with that new EFL Championship SBC, with that new Argentinian League SBC, Think about the effects on the market for that. It makes these rare silver cards that were like 9K yesterday much cheaper, much cheaper. And so if you take a look at Aston Villa, which is literally the first team, you know, it's just the top left team, was the first team I looked at. And you can do this like with most teams. Like 90% of the teams will have some sort of card you can do this with. So this is the first time I'm kind of looking at this though, so it might be a little bit of a rough go here, but Defender EFL Championship Aston Villa, there's only one gold. There's only one gold card, which means that you have to go with silvers or bronzes for the rest of them. And when you look at defenders from Aston Villa, the cheapest one is definitely going to be that gold card. It's always going to be that card. All the other ones are going to be expensive because they're silvers and they're more rare, you know? But now that those SBCs are out, or, you know, the pack that you can get is out, if there are any rare silvers within this team, they have dropped in price a ton. And there are. You've got Micah Richards, and you've also got Hutton as a right back, and then you've also got the left back Taylor. All three of those guys would complete the entirety of the defense for Aston Villa if you put Chester along with that. So you go ahead and find the cheapest cards, right? And they're down to about 4,000 coins or something along those lines. And these cards aren't really going to stay this low. Right now, they're pretty low because of the SBCs, but this is still a brand new squad building challenge, and it's the only League SBCs out so far, so people want to do any League SBCs for packs. They don't have much to choose from. So not only are they decent sniping filters right now, as you guys can see, you know, you can just wait on one to pop up for less than 2,000 coins, go ahead and list it back up on the market, or the smarter idea is to hold the card. So you go ahead and just wait for, you know, the deal to pop up, and you hold those cards. All you got to do is hold them for probably a couple days until these silvers go back up again. Now the golds, this isn't going to really work for gold cards. They're always common on the game. They're always common in packs. They're always common in the market. Silvers are not, especially silver rare cards. You know, they're very... yeah, they're rare. They're just rare. They live up to the name. They're actually rare cards, as opposed to some of these gold rare cards that you see 20,000 pages on the market for. So we'll pick that one up for 2,200, or maybe we won't. But you guys kind of get the point on what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and move on to the next team. You know, what's another big team from, you know, let's go Hull City. You know, Hull City's probably a good example. Let's go ahead and take a look at their defenders. How many gold defenders do they have on their team? They've got themselves... do they have none? They have no gold defenders at all. So that gold, that silver rare card, once again, he's probably pretty cheap right now. What's the cheapest defender on Hull City? Looks like these guys are a little bit more cheaper anyway. So maybe not as great of an example as Aston Villa. But again, that rare silver card is still more expensive than these guys. And he's at a low point right now, which kind of just shows you, obviously this card's going to go up. So I'm going to go and pick up a device right now. He's going for about 1,000 to 2,000 coins. He's pretty cheap right now, but he'll go up. I think he'll hit 2,000 coins pretty easily. I'll go and send that to my club, and I won't even deal with it for now. I'm just going to go and send it to the club and wait for it to go up in price, which it will over the next 48 hours. Let's go ahead and look at one more team. Middlesbrough is probably, you know, one of the better teams in the league, so let's see. You got one gold card, which is Flint. The rest of those cards on the defense are pretty expensive. Let's go to the silvers. Let's see what their price is. So you've got Flint. And then the cheapest ones are obviously going to be those rare cards. He's probably cheaper than the non-rares right now because you can't get non-rares out of the packs right now. There might just be no non-rares. There actually are. So right now, Bath is cheaper than Fry. Bath is literally cheaper than Fry, and he's a rare card. So that just says something. That totally says something. And so when you get him for 1,800 coins, let's see, maybe on bid, I could get it. It looks like they're going for 1,800 on bid. Yeah, I'm going to pick up one of those cards. I'm going to go and add them to my transfer target because I don't want to pay 1,800, but I will buy for anything 1,500 or lower. But yeah, that's just an example of a trading method, kind of an investment method that's going to work over the next 24 to 48 hours, guys. Go ahead and definitely get in on those rare silver cards. They have gone down by like more than half their price of what they were yesterday. Let's go ahead and give an update on discard investments. If you guys don't know what discard investments, it means you buy a card for what you can quick sell it for or very close to it. Maybe 100 coins off or something along those lines. It's called a discard investment, which means that you can't really lose coins on it. So even if all goes to hell and you just lose, you know, everything, nothing works out. Nothing works out, you lose pretty much nothing. which is why I love them so much, and they're so easy to make profit on sometimes, which is what we focused on in Trading to Glory number 11 with our Bundesliga investment. So, Ibisevic is one of our cards that we picked up out of all of our informs. Ibisevic is one of them. And right now, you guys can see he's above discard now, which is a big step for a discard investment. Now, he's not going for a lot, don't get me wrong. He's going for, like, barely above discard. But he is going for above discard. You can see on buy now, he's up to 11,250 coins, which in your eyes is like, okay, that card's still like super duper cheap. Why are you saying this? What is the importance behind this? But yeah, he is super cheap. Don't get me wrong, that's a very cheap inform. It's not going for a lot, but we got every single one of our Ibisevic cards for 10,000 coins or 9,900 coins. So this card's up to 11,250 coins. So let's just ignore like the 5% tax for a second. We'll consider that in a second. But like essentially this Ibisevic, you know, we got 24 of him here. And here, I'm going to scroll through. These are all different cards. Every single one you see here, these are different cards. You can kind of see it like switch for these. But like all of these are 10K or 9,900 coins. Most of them 10,000 coins. But, you know, a couple of them are like, you know, 9,900 coins. We got more on this page too. More on this page as well. So we have 24 of them, essentially. And we got them all for 10K. If you think about it, if we've got 24 of those cards, guys, it's so easy to make that profit that it's almost insane. If this card rises to 11,250 coins, that means that it's gone up by, let's actually consider the 5% tax. That it's gone up by, we're making 750 a card if we sell it for 11,250. After tax, we're making 750 coins per card. 750 times 24, we're making 18,000 coins already. We've made 18K off that investment already. It's just started. We got those cards yesterday. We're making 18K on them already, so that's awesome. And I know I'm going to be able to sell them for more. Let's say they get up to 13,000 coins this weekend. Let's say they get up to 13K. After tax, it's about 12,400. So 12,400, that's 2,400 coin profit per card. You times that by 24, we're making 57,600 coins if they get up to 13,000 coins. Let's say somehow these cards get up to 16,000 coins. After tax, that's probably about 15,400-ish. So that's 5,400 a card. 5,400 a card times 24. We're making 130,000 coin profit on that investment. That's why discard investments are so good. You can't lose anything, and you can sometimes end up coming out with a lot of profit. Now, right now, we're only making 750 a card, but it's just started. I don't expect these cards to really rise that much yet. You know, they've only been out of packs for a day. You know, Bundesliga Player of the Month is still a week and a half away. Imagine what they're going to be the days leading up to the, you know, in the height of the Bundesliga Player of the Month hype, you know, in the best part. They're gonna be up a few thousand coins at least, the bare minimum. So, awesome investment. Definitely get in on any discard investments if you have any extra coins at any time. The discard investments can be of anything, guys. Like, let's say a discard invest. Let's look at the current team of the week. We haven't even looked at it yet, so let's talk about it. And we're going to kind of implement discard investments into our talk as well while we go over these cards and say what might be a good investment that might not even be discard. We do have Harry Maguire here, who I really like as a card, given the fact he's just 84 rated. He doesn't have the greatest stats in terms of pace, but you know he does have the links, which is great. So I think that might end up being a good investment in the end. You got Stark here. Stark's actually a solid card. He's not a discard investment, but that card with 80 pace, 83 defense, and 79 physical, dang. And he's under 20K. And guys, this is a card from Hertha Berlin. If Duda, it gets hyped up for Player of the Month, which a lot of people think Duda will win. If he gets hyped up for Player of the Month, this card will rise too. It's the same thing for Ibisevic, you know. Those are both Hertha Berlin players. But there was another discard one, like Finn Bogason. But let's say Pellegrini, right? He's not discard. I need to find a discard card. Here's one. All right, this card literally is bare minimum. He doesn't even sell. You can pick this card up for 10,000 coins, maybe 10,250, right? He quick sells for about 9,900 coins, which means you're risking like 100 coins per card, which is nothing. You can snipe a card for 1,000 coin profit after 30 seconds if you really tried to, in terms of sniping. So, like, if you bought 10 of these and risk 100 coins per card, you're risking 1,000 coins. It's nothing. But this card is not only, you know, 81 rated, gold inform. He's also Brazilian. You know, that could come into play eventually. So if you wanted to pick up this card as a no-risk discard investment, you could. And you'd be risking nothing. But you could end up getting lucky, and that card could rise. Or maybe people would like that card, and it will rise. Andre Silva, let's see. This card isn't necessarily discard, but it's very close to it. It's the same example, guys. Let's say, you know, somebody's on a budget, but they want an inform in their team. Andre Silva might be a go-to. He's a good league. He's a good nation. A striker from La Liga there with okay stats, like 83 pace, 81 dribble, 81 shooting, and 79 physical. Don't get me wrong, that's the most average card I've seen in this game. But people will buy it, and even if he goes up by 1,000 coins, and you bought 10 of them, you're making 10,000 coin profit. That's why discard investments are great to do, especially if you have extra coins laying around. Now, I wouldn't say discard investments should be your main thing, especially if you're like trying to make quick profit, because sometimes discard investments might take a while, especially you gotta wait till they go out of packs for these informs and stuff like that. But discard investments like don't have to apply only to informs too. Like 83 rated cards are like also another great discard investment, and even 82s as well. So Felipe, let's look at Felipe, guys, just to kind of expand our point. Felipe's not a discard card right now. He's like 1,400 coins. Maybe he's a little bit more expensive right now. Let's go with a different one. Let's go with Casillas. Casillas is 82 rated this year, I think. Iker Casillas. He's 82 rated this year. He should be pretty cheap. Okay, I'm obviously choosing the wrong cards, but let's say this card's 800 coins. Why wouldn't you just buy 90 of them, you know, and send them to your transfer list? If you've got the room on your transfer list, go ahead and buy 90 of them for 800 coins. This card is from Porto. He's in Liga NOS, Portuguese league. He's also Spanish. He's also 82 rated. This card gets links everywhere. It's an SBC card through and through. So right now he's about 1,000 coins, but yeah, you get him for 800, buy 90 of them. It's like you just gotta wait, you know, maybe wait like 6 days. On SBC, that requires 82 rated cards are so common, and given the fact that he gets great links with Felipe, and like he gets a strong link with Jardel and players like that, and he links with all of the Spanish guys too. Like, of course, it's a great discard investment, and he will be down at that price throughout different points in the year. These are all great discard investments, and that's just kind of what I'm doing right now. And so that's kind of been, you know, a big segment of the video is discard investments, because I have like 40,000 coins wrapped up in them right now. Not 40,000 coins, 40 cards, 400,000 coins wrapped up in discard investments right now. And they're just, I'm just going to tell you right now, they're all going to work out. I'm not totally sure how I feel about this buy. He's 26,750 right now, Richarlison. He plays in 3 days against Leicester City on the weekend, which makes me think he'll be over 30,000 coins, you know, Saturday morning and Friday night. So I like him as a short-term investment. I got some coins that I need to spend still. Market's still kind of low, but we can definitely see it rising. I also bid on one of them too. I picked up a Richarlison for 25k. I like that one a lot better. I like the Richarlison for 25k much better than the one for 26,750. But nonetheless, he's going for like what, 27.5k? We'll take a look at that in a second. But he's going for like 27.5 thousand coins, which means that we got decent deals on him. So right now, this is his price. He's going for 27.5, but he's not even selling for that price, which makes me kind of concerned. It's like, is that a good deal? Is he going to drop in the next couple hours? I don't know if I got him at the perfect time. Nonetheless, I think he'll rise in the next couple days. It'll be an easy couple thousand coins. And then I also still want to pick up a Fred, and we have just enough coins for that. Obviously, he's probably not going to be up on the market for 60k right now. You do have one for 61k, which isn't bad. But yeah, if I can get one for 60k, that'd be good. And then, you know, I'll sell my Jimenez. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell my Jimenez after I buy this Fred. I'll sell my Jimenez. I'll get a couple of thousand coins. Maybe sell some things from my club to get up to like 10k. And just start sniping, trading, getting low budget coin methods going until we decide to sell all of our investments in our transfer list right now. But we're getting to the point where we are about fully invested on the market. I can flip that for a couple hundred coins, can't I? Somebody else decided to take the initiative on that. 2,600. What are we selling Jimenez for? So 2,300 there. What did it actually go for? Looks like 2,600. All right, so 2,600 for Jimenez. I'll get the coins there. I do want to buy one Fred. I'll sell him because Manchester United this weekend, I think I mentioned this earlier, they play against Newcastle. And, you know, Man U versus Newcastle, I guess you could say it's a pretty even game right now with Man U's form. So we'll see what happens in that game, guys. But we're not even going to really worry about what happens in the game. We're going to sell before the games even start. That's ultimately the plan. So just to reiterate, guys, what we talked about in this episode, we talked about discard investments. We talked about silver trading tips. We talked about the market being low and how you should be fully invested right now. I think we talked about something else. But nonetheless, I do want to reiterate another method that we talked about a couple days ago, which is just listing for lazy buyers, guys. There's no reason not to list my 9 Golan, you know? So 9 Golan, you guys take a look at his price. He's about 127K right now. He's about 100 and, okay, he's going up, which is good. 133K. So he's going up a little bit right now, which is good, which is very good because we have him. But there's no reason if I don't want to sell him for 130K, which, you know, it's okay. That's a decent price. But, you know, if I wanted to sell him for 136K, there's no reason for me not to just list him for 136 and just see what happens. You know, the worst thing that can happen is it doesn't sell. But the worst thing that can happen, is it doesn't sell at all. The best thing that can happen if I don't list him is it doesn't sell. You kind of get what I'm saying here? So there's no reason not to list these cards in the market. You know, I just got this for Charlison. There's no reason for me not to go ahead and list it for 29,250. And for Duda, you know, this card that I got for 1,000 coins, let's just go ahead and list it for freaking 4.7K. Why not? And I'm gonna go ahead and list up all my discard investments, probably up for like 13K as well, because that's kind of the goal, is getting at least 13K on all these guys. And then the Mounier we got for 53K. He's about like probably 57 now. Yeah, that investment's working out already. We only got one of them though, so it's not like anything huge. But we're gonna probably make like 10K. So you see a lot of them up for 63K there. So we'll go ahead and list ours for like, you know, let's go 64.5. Why not? That's about 10,000 coin profit. That Jimenez wasn't one of the ones we listed for that discard price, or not the discard price, for the lazy buyers, what I meant to say. We've been talking about discard cards all day. I got it stuck in my head. And then, yeah, we just got to go out. We're going to buy one Fred. So we're going to go and do that right now. And then that should be it for the episode. Pretty straightforward, but a lot of good tips in this episode. If you guys haven't yet, make sure to drop a like on the video. Again, let's shoot for 900 likes. Right now, he's 63K. I'm going to wait until a deal pops up on Fred. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Make sure to drop a like on the episode. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and enjoying this Trading to Glory series. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.